Nation, Sanbonan Mafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Unfortunately, on today's video, I do not have updates. Njengoba I know a lot of you clicked on this video because you were hoping to get some updates. But before you leave, Mbogele, Rebecca, I do have a lineup prediction on how Kaizer Chiefs will play or can play against Orlando Pirates tomorrow. Hey, so it's a derby, which is one of the biggest games. Now, if you want to hear Utimina, how did I line up for tomorrow's game? Don't rush. Just make sure firstly what you like the video, and also if this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP, I'll call you subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you get notified. But anyways, to my lineup prediction is a now. Before we get to the lineup prediction, let me just quickly say we do not have the services of a lot of players, which even Aiden McCarthy, I think we might not have the services of him, but we might have the services of Inasu Miken, meaning we might get to do something juicy at the back. So this is how I would, introduce my lineup against Orlando Pirates on tomorrow's game, depending on the players if they're going to perform. Because if we can just draw or win the game, I would be fine. But if we lose tomorrow's game, yo, hi, Agzaz, but anyways, just make sure to like the video now. Let's just quickly jump to my lineup prediction. Bafit, must jump again, spare again, Konalana go lineup prediction on tomorrow's game. Just like I said, a lot of players might not be available for us to be able to select, but, it's going to be a tricky one because I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me. Maybe it's high time we change the goalkeeper because 3 games in a row doing the same mistakes, that shows on its own you are not giving us what we want. So I think Bengege was play me if we were to change him. Now, I'm sure he wouldn't blame us because he would understand, I've made mistakes. I do not need to do those mistakes. And next time when I get a chance, I need to make sure I don't repeat the same mistakes. 3 games in a row, at least 2 games, I would understand. But 3 games in a row and making sure the newer game that you play we has cost a lot. That is a problem on its own. So for me, I think I would love to change him over just to bring something new. Maybe start with Brendan Peterson. Why Brendan Peterson? Well, despite him being someone in Tatazela, last Mangazopuma was not because of he played bad, but it was because of an injury. So that's why he got sidelined, because he was injured. So at least now maybe he can give us something. Nakona, it's not like we have a goalkeeper, so to know this goalkeeper Magakona, no matter what he has, isn't kahle. So for me, I think I would love to change my scenario and make sure Bavuma knows what has done as irresponsible, and he need to take accountability and responsibility for his actions. And then on, we try to move. Left back. Now this is confusing. This is confusing, but because I do not know which one I should select, but I would play Edmondson Dove. Now, the reason why, it's very simple, he's a bit pacey. He can give us that something that Cross cannot give us. Nakona, not necessarily saying that he is a bad player, but he can give us something, So at least I can play them like this. Or if okay, things are not moving the way I want, depending on how Pirates will play in a corner. Maybe we can bring in Cross at the left back and then Udove at center back as always, as Njengoba because kona mistakes, but Hey, bafethu yazi nangazi. I don't even know who to trust anymore. Angiwathembi lama player nje, angiwathembi kwasana. But maybe, just maybe, on this big game that is coming, they might give us something. And then also, right centre back, I would bring in Inaso Miguel if he's available. I know people would opt for Zitakwinika, but yeah, this is a big game of it. We do not need second best. We need the best of the best. And Nakona, if we see, what you know, Inaso Miguel is not 100%. And then we can bring in Okwinika just to make sure what you know, we are just stabilizing the team. So you know, we are balanced and everything is good. You understand? But in terms of attack and everything, we need this player. Okwinika, so far, I haven't seen him much in terms of attack. He is good defense corner, but in terms of attack, I haven't seen much of him. And then right back, obviously, Bafit, we have no choice. We have no choice unless Uri Frosler is back, but I haven't heard anything about him being back. I thought like injury would be something that will bring him out until the rest of the season. So I don't think Sombona anytime soon, but we can bring in Dylan Solomons. If Naya wins some mistakes, then Sizozama ke ukudlala uMart because he played last game. Some might say he played well on that right back position, but to be honest, we do have Njablo Blom. Nakhona we wouldn't want to play him because we feel he's not going to give us much. So, we do not trust any player at this point. There's no one so to know this guy owns this position. Says with Maga corner, he position yake, he has to make sure ukuthi nakanjani uyayibamba. So, hey, bafethu nizongixolela. But at least Maspon Solomons is not giving us what we want. He's now cover. We can bring in Omar Tinige again as a right back, and then Siboni with Maseka test Omanje. Is he going to be able now? But to be honest, I don't think would be a good idea because he's someone who's all over, and that's him naturally. He's someone who likes to play all over. So playing with him and then no hangas. I don't know, guys. But anyways, it's fine. I think I would rather play with Dylan Solomons as a starter. I know he's going to give us something. We don't have players, so all of the players that we currently have, most of them sneaking out as Batim, for me at least. And then the defensive midfield, I would bring in Ukele. If I see that there are problems, then maybe Oblom can fill in this position very nice. So Nyazwit, I'm covered. If Nyabongutu Blom is not someone who can give me much on that day, tomorrow, then I can bring in Ox. Ox is a bull who can try and destabilize a midfield. Orlando Pirates. So definitely we need him. And then looking at central midfield, I think with Kaile, with Unkosimpile Ngobo, we need this combo. Let's be honest, the guys, when they're playing together, there's a good combination. As long as Sazuti, the players are fit and mentally they are ready for the game. If they are not, then I do not know. Maybe we can play maybe Mario Matro, I don't know. But yeah, if Sazuti mentally they're good enough, then we can play those two players. I know they will give us something, you understand. And then also attacking midfield, I wouldn't risk it. I would play Augustin Sereno over Umtutuzi Shabalala. Now Umtutuzi Shabalala is coming back. Sazuti Augustin Sereno is someone who might get injured during the game, someone who knows on my emotions. And yeah, if ever something happens, I told a yellow card because it's possible. I'm going to 2 yellow cards on the same game, and then we can try to bring in Umduduzi Shabalala, and later on the corner, the last minutes of the game, we can also bring in Umduduzi Shabalala to play as a playmaker. And then left wing, come on guys, I don't need to explain. Pule Modi, Rai Robata. And then also, right winger, Makabili Lepo Bafetu. I wish he could play with a player like him so that SARS would okay, they can interchange positions. But with Modi is not that comfortable on the right, and then Olulepo is comfortable on both sides. But I wish, or maybe if the coach is going to play with a different formation, it's highly possible. And then centre forward, Joe Bangshilo. Sasa we might get to see Naledi Hlongwane coming in for first team. Sambona ku-match day squad, even if angangeni, but we might see him there. So if we don't see him, then I will be very disappointed because Yamtinga, especially on this game, we do not have Wandile Tuba, and we need that young player. Njengoba angekho, we need that young player who's going to play at least like him, Umduduzi or Wandile Tuba. You understand? So I would go with Oranga Shavaviro. Now, the reason why is because Oranga is someone who scores on big teams. So hopefully, even this game, he can bully his way in and then try to make sure what he does try to give us at least a few goals. But the problem with Oranga is his positioning. Whenever Olilepo has the ball, Oranga is nowhere to be found. That is the problem with Oranga Shavaviro. Akazi ukuthi kumele abe kuphi at the right time so that he can be able to get the ball, to receive the ball, and then akhona ukufaka in the back of the net. So I don't know, but we will see what is going to happen in terms of that. But yeah, I would bring in Oranga Shavaviro and then play Naledi Hlongwane, or start with Teshrik Morris. I don't think that is a bad idea. We can start with Teshrik Morris. He's someone who can give you a lot, and he does work as much as Wandile Tuba. I mean to say, saying as an eternal one, Wandile Tuba. He does work like Wandile Tuba. So yeah, we can bring him. We can bring him and try to play him. And then also, if Naledi Hlongwane is available, I think it wouldn't be bad to play him, but not first half, second half, nakhona depending on whether we are winning or losing. We need to introduce the boys in a good environment, like sibona khona ukuthi kuyawinwa, not an environment kumele bafike basebenze and overwork, but we have big players, experienced players who are supposed to carry the team. Sekumele carry umfana omncane. That is not very good for the team. But anyways, Bafetu, this is how I would line up for tomorrow's game. Please let me know how do you think Kaizer Chiefs can beat Orlando Pirates on tomorrow's clash. Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Kumbule Kosi Alpilo Moy.